Hello, this is Sue with Irreversibly Moi, and I am absolutely delighted to have Lynn Whipple with us today. Lynn is joining us from sunny Winter Park, Florida, and we welcome you to Irreversibly Moi and our community. Welcome, Lynn.
Thank you, Sue. I'm so happy to be here. In fact, I got you some flowers.
Delightful. Well, Lynn, for those of our community that may not be familiar with you and your work, can you tell us a little bit about you?
Sure. I'm self-taught, and I've been doing art and art shows and teaching for about 25 years. But for me, it started with collage. So I just was playing around with house paint and old photographs, and it just cracked me up, this funny idea of taking a really serious photo and changing it into a bird shape because I edited it with paint. So that just kicked off a 25-year obsession now with altering images, playing with collage, drawing, painting, just turned into my whole life. So that's a little bit about me. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. I am a big fan of your altered photos, and I'm in the class that you're taking, the Spark.
Yes.
So, and I find myself cracking myself up as well when I'm working with these different photos and adding elements, and people in my house come in and say, "What are you laughing at? Look at this."
You know it's going well when you're laughing. That's how I used to say, it's how I know something's done, is when it makes me laugh, and then I'm like, yeah, that's working. Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying the class too. Yeah, that's a good class.
It is.
Yeah.
So you've already mentioned that you've been an artist for about 25 years, and you got started just by playing with paper or paint and photos.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe your art to someone who is not familiar with your work?
I think it looks very sort of free, and sometimes it's poetic, sometimes it looks sort of, it could look simple or childlike, but it's actually got a little sophistication, and I'm really big on design. I like simple shapes and smart things and things that make you just sort of perk up, and it I always call it a brain surprise, like something fresh. So it's a lot of things. I mean, my work is part collage, part writing, part combination of found objects, and anything to me that gets exciting and I can put them together in a new, fresh way, that turns into my art.
Great.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone starting out as an artist or dabbling in art?
I would tell them just to move their hands, just to make stuff, just to play, just to just really don't take it too seriously, and start combining things. And if it makes you laugh, go towards that. And just move your hands, see what makes you excited, go towards that. It's just doing it. That's how you learn everything.
I agree. And practice and experiment.
Oh yeah, you gotta play. You gotta play. That's all it really is,
Absolutely. What inspires you to create?
Oh, everything. For me, I would have to say the number one thing is nature and Mother Nature and being outside and just, the color and the light and the birds and the sounds. And, that is always my number one, I don't know, muse. Yeah.
Right. And I noticed the sidewalk cracks in the Spark to look for images, play in nature, and things like even a sidewalk crack. So I can see how that would be inspiring.
Yeah, it's a game. Like everything is a game. Really, when you look at it as an artist, it's like, what can I make out of that? Or, oh my gosh, that looks like that. Or like, take this twig and this stick and turn it into something. And that's when life gets really fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you art journal as well?
I do a little. I'm a little sporadic in that I have, oh God, dozens of journals. Like I'm sort of,
right.
I start one and then I lose track of it, and I have another one, there's another one. I mean, they're everywhere. So I'm not like super focused, but I have them, I fill them. I have another one, I fill it. But it seems more random, I would say, than art journal. It's just like all these notes that are in my head and ideas.
But an art journal really is whatever the individual artist wants it to be, whether it's a place to practice or sketch or brain dump or it's even something more serious to use for actual journaling and your muse. But so I think that's what I enjoy about art journaling, is that there really are no rules. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Then exactly. And some of them are filled with drawings, and some of them are just writing, and some of them are sketches, and some of them so I guess I do art journals. I think the word art threw me off. I just have like pouring out of whatever is going on. Yeah.
What would you say are the top 5 tools that you have in your arsenal that you use in creating?
I would say my favorite tool in the world is a number 3 pencil. Because it doesn't have to be number 3, but the thing I like about number 3 is it smudges. You know, it's got a softer lead than a number 2, which most people have. It doesn't matter what the number. It's a pencil because there's something so free and pure and direct about it, and that's my thing. So a pencil's big. I think paper. You know, I collect good paper, old letters. You know, I like paper that's interesting already in the world. I don't so much buy paper as I find paper, like through, junking and all that sort of thing. So I'm a paper person and a drawing person. But lately, I'm totally into this kids watercolor sets. Like, really inexpensive.
Right.
Yeah, I love them. I'm basing a whole line of cards basically out of one children's watercolor set, that particular bunch of colors. Yeah. So I guess that, what else, what would I consider my art thing? Does coffee count as an art thing?
It sure does. Yeah, I have a very bad, probably almost as bad as my addiction to rescuing animals is my coffee. I go through at least 2 pots personally a day.
I am getting there. I really am. I'm almost like, it's almost like it is a part of the process to have the coffee. It's so delightful. And what else do I use? Gosh, paper, pen, really whatever. Paint, oil paint. I like oil paint a lot. I usually am outside too. Right now I was inside because we have noisy stuff, but I'm dying to take you outside and sit where I really hang out and work. But
right. How lovely that must be to work outside.
yeah. Can I drag you out there?
Sure.
You want me to?
We'd love to go outside. I'm sure you would well.
Can I pick you up and go?
Sure.
All right, here
At
we
least
go.
this way you won't get to see how heavy I really am.
You're very light, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
See, this is my world. So here's my courtyard. It's where I wanted to be, but I was just too worried that it would be noisy. So here we go. All right, this is really where I work.
Oh, lovely.
I don't know how this works, but
yes.
It's the magic courtyard. So this is a nice spot with light. So I have this great lights up high. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, This is really my spot in the world. So I feel better being here just talking to you from here than in my other space, because this is where I live. Okay, how's that? Can you see stuff?
That's wonderful. And I see the joy on the wall over there.
Yes, and I have great squirrels, and I hide peanuts every day for the squirrels and make them go through all these crazy gyrations in order to pull the peanuts out. And so you'll see birds, there's cardinals, I've got bird feeders. So anyway, I feel better being out here.
Good. I like the umbrella that I saw too.
Oh yeah, it's cute, right?
Very fun. Yeah. So we were talking about your top tools that you have in your arsenal.
Right.
And we had paper, a number 3 pencil, watercolors, coffee.
I think if this counts, is a sense of play, imagination and play. I think that's really the most important thing.
So if you sit down to create one day and you're not feeling that sense of play, how do you get it going in you?
Well, sometimes I just try and get away from me and think about someone else. So I turn it into I usually just have a pencil and I'll just make something for somebody else. It's so easy to do. I can just make a note for my mom, like, love you, Mom. And I'll just, show it to my mom or take a picture and text it to my mom. Or there's a million people to thank every day that are always around and helpful to me. So I just write thank you notes to people. And then it turns into me working and laughing and smiling. And that gets you going.
That's great. That's probably the most unique answer I've heard to a question like that. And I love that.
Oh, good.
Do something for someone else, and it just changes your perspective.
Yeah.
Great. They do say that gratitude is an incredible component of happiness. So,
I have to
gratitude.
Yeah, because look at the bounty. I mean, we have so much. I was even looking at my pins today. I just was at the art store and I bought. And you can't go in the art store and not buy, stuff that you didn't intend when you walked in, right? I was going to buy one black marker, and I ended up with a handful of, new watercolors. And anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's so much to be grateful for. I mean, I looked at how many pins I just have on my one table. There's, dozens and dozens and dozens. It's like, I'm grateful for that. Just the colors,
The color, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just the amount.
Yeah. Are there you mentioned colors, are there certain colors that you tend toward most often?
Definitely the warm colors, like the reds and the corals and the yellows and the pinks and sunny colors. I like, sunny colors. Almost too much.
Why do you think that is that you tend toward those colors? Are they colors that make you happy or they make you comfortable?
They make me happy and they remind me of the outdoors, I guess. Or there's something about being a painter. I paint outside sometimes, a lot of times. And the way the light hits everything is such a joy to me. Growing up in Florida, we've always got light and big, big trees. And the light filters through the trees and it's probably doing it, And that is generally, I guess, warm light, golden light. And so I tend towards those golden feeling things.
Right. Oh, that's great. Do you stretch outside that sometimes and maybe throw a blue or a purple in there?
I do love a blue. I love a green. Purple, I'm just starting to like purple. I don't know. I'm the last person on the planet to get how great purple is. But it's showing up, I want to keep it balanced, but if everyone tells me that's enough orange, stop it with the orange, hold off, because everything I choose is often orange, but it's okay.
I get it about the purple. I've always had an active dislike for purple. And I've recently embraced purple. And when I moved out to this new art space that I'm in now, just about a month ago,
yeah,
the 3 walls are gray. 1 wall is plum.
Oh.
And the accents are orange, pink, and white.
Mm.
So
nice.
We definitely have color in here.
Yeah. And then you find that you love it. I mean, to think that it's amazing how it shifts, I used to have a palette of cream and a red, and just like the warm color of the old paper. And lately I'm all about the pastels and the brights and, all the other stuff. So it changes.
It does. I think as we evolve, our favorites evolve, and that could be evolving weekly or yearly or over a decade, but we definitely evolve.
Yeah, and it's good.
What are your go-to techniques that you find yourself returning to over and over again?
Collage is my #1 favorite. It always makes me excited and it always makes me happy. Collage would be, that's where I'm the most comfortable. It's just my milieu, I'm like, I can always do that. And I love the way it feels and the combination of shapes and the layering. And it's I don't know, it's fun. It's funny to me. It makes me laugh. But I'd say collage is the #1, probably drawing, just writing and drawing is the other.
Do you hear my cat yelling in the background?
I do. Hi, kitty.
He's the baby and he's the loudmouth.
Tell him to come on over. Come on up.
We can get him to say hello. Let me grab him to say hello.
Come on, Bubba.
This is Xander.
Hi, Xander. Oh, you're so good looking. You're very handsome. Oh,
all of our animals are named after athletes. He's named from Xander Bogaerts from the Boston Red Sox.
Awesome.
Hi, very good ear.
He's a beautiful, beautiful cat. I love an orangey too.
He was found in a park. Someone dumped him out of a car, and my son and his girlfriend brought him home to me and knew I was a sucker.
Yes.
He's been with us. Yeah.
He's a lucky guy. How long has he been with you?
Since last summer.
Oh, okay. So he found his way to a good spot. That's good.
He did. And he was about this big when they brought him home, and now he's the terror of the house. So, but anyway, I think in the last video that I did interview, one of my other cats came to make an appearance. She kept walking back and forth in front of the camera.
Right.
So by the time we get
right where you are, yeah.
By the time we get through the series this year, our audience will have met them all.
The cat's there right now.
Oh,
hi.
goodness.
Hi, Xander. Oh, that's cute.
So, so we were talking about your favorite techniques, which is collage.
Yeah.
And what do you have on the market now? Do you have any products? I know you have classes. Tell the audience about what you have. And
well, my big focus this year, two things. One is the online teaching, which I absolutely love, and I've only been doing it just a few years. I've been teaching, traveling the world and doing teaching for, gosh, so many years. And I generally do art festivals and art shows. But this year, it's the teaching and the National Stationery Show are my two big projects this year. So the teaching has been just a revelation because you can touch so many people. You can share ideas and inspiration, and then you get to see what people do. And we have people from all over the world. It's been unbelievably delightful. So there's that. So that's, with Carla Sondheim. Carla Sondheim Presents. I teach with Carla the Year of the Spark, which is a fantastic year-long class, as you know. And then I also have some classes with her, Joy of Collage and Joy of Mixed Media. And we're working on there's an outdoor painting one. We've got more in the hopper. In fact, I wanted to share that. I wanted to do a giveaway. We'll talk about that later, but for Joy of Collage. So I'd love for someone to have a free class.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I know that our community will be very excited to enter and try to win that. I know that your Joy of Collage and Joy of Mixed Media are on my to-do list.
Oh, goody.
I certainly want to get in and do those because they're things that I do mixed media a lot, but collage is something that I dabble with, but want to really get more involved in. I just love the look of it, and you are certainly the queen of collage, so who better to learn from?
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, well, the Spark is a wonderful class, and I find that it not only am I learning new things, but it also provides such a springboard for inspiration because of the warm-up exercises and looking at things in a different perspective. Yes. So absolutely a fabulous, fabulous class.
So glad
for you. What do you have that maybe you're thinking about doing, or maybe it's a long range?
A couple things. The designing for greeting cards is the word. I guess it's the word, but I love the idea of designing something with a message about. My company is called Creativity Equals Happiness, and that is just the truth. Like when we move our hands and we share, and that so resonates with me. So I wanted to do a line of cards. It's just sort of about that. Like go have fun, make stuff. Just something about being grateful. So that's happening, and I just want to see what happens. Oh, I hear your puppy.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. And the other is, of course, more teaching and more traveling teaching. we're toying with the idea of a podcast. I think a podcast would be super cool to do.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, you figured out, you know, with the video thing, but I think it's something, I don't know, I like the idea of that. So we'll see.
Okay, great. Well, I love the idea of a podcast because I think people are always hungry for more and to learn. And if you're passionate about art and creativity, it would give another vehicle to absorb more and learn more. So I love that. And it's something that you don't need to have a video on. You can listen to it in your car and on the go. And we're always so busy running around. So I think it's a fabulous idea.
Oh,
I can't wait to hear more about that one.
Yeah. Thank you.
So where can we find more about you? Where you have a website, which I'm sure we'll put in links underneath this video so that people can find.
We've got lynnwhipple.com, which sort of, you know, leads you to all the other things. Of course, like all of us, I have Lynn Whipple Art, which is on Facebook. I have my regular Facebook, which I think is too full now to take, you know, how they make anyway. So Lynn Whipple on Facebook, but Lynn Whipple Art. And then Instagram. I love Instagram. I don't know about you, but that's like my new favorite thing.
Absolutely. I'm on it every day.
God, it's just so, you know, visual and fast, and that punch and that yum, and oh, I just love it. So Instagram, what else? I have Pinterest, but you know how you go in and out, like you can't juggle all the balls all the time. So Pinterest is there, and there's lots of stuff on there. I have a blog. What the heck's the name of my blog? lynnwhipple.wordpress.com. But if you Google me, lots of stuff will come up, you know.
Great. And we'll also put the links underneath the video so people can find you.
Okay. Yeah.
That would be great. Now, I have some fun tidbits for you.
Okay.
So it's kind of fast and furious.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Your favorite snack food?
Oreos.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Okay, what flavor Oreos, though? Because now...
Not the double stuff, not the fancy. You know, I want the right amount of Oreo to the right amount of middle, you know.
I'm personally a chocolate Oreo fan.
Oh, they have... See, I can't do it. It's too much for me. I want to just I'm pure. I'm a purist.
Your favorite musical artist, and you can have more than one because this is a tough one.
Oh my God, that's a tough one. I've just seen so many new artists that I fell in love with recently. I'm gonna say David Byrne, just because I always liked his kind of weirdness, and I don't know, he just came to my head. Gosh, that's hard. I have some friends that are actually my friends who are my favorites.
Great.
Locally. Yeah, we just have a group of people that we play music with together, and I love them because, you know, you sort of know them and you get to laugh together.
Are you a musician as well?
Oh, I can't even take that, you know, word, but yeah, I play guitar a little bit. I putz around a little. Not much.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. And it's just another extension of your creativity because music is
a lot of artists are musicians. I have to tell you, there's a girl that I just saw. Her name is Emily Kopp. I think it's Kopp. She's wonderful. You guys check her out. Yeah, she's great.
We'll definitely have to do that. I'm going to write that down. I'm always looking for new artists to follow and listen
delightful.
to. Great.
Delightful. Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite non-art related book? Or if you don't have a favorite, then you can just name something you're reading now or recently read.
Well, I just read The Art of Asking by Amanda Palmer. And that Carla Sondheim, who, you know, you're the spark, she had read it and she, you know, was loving it. So I read it. But I guess it's sort of art related because she's a musician. Amanda Palmer was the one who had the highest grossing Kickstarter campaign ever. I think she asked for 100,000 and she got, you know, a couple million.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. So I just read her book and it was great. It was totally fantastic read. Can you hear that? Should I move?
You're fine. You're absolutely fine. What's the TV show you just can't miss?
A TV show that I like? I don't watch a lot of TV, to be really honest with you. I don't. But there's one called Sherlock, I think.
Mhm.
It's like about Sherlock Holmes.
Right.
It might be called Elementary.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's Sherlock Holmes, and Lucy Liu plays Watson. Anyway, it's real good. It's really smart.
Right. I've heard that. I've heard that it's a good one. I have been trying to reduce my TV watching, and if I watch something, I DVR it, or I watch baseball and football games. I'm kind of a sports nut.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Jimmy Kimmel too. I do love Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, okay.
Because
I don't think I'm that late.
Oh gosh, you're good. Yeah, because he sings with everyone, which I like.
I think we already know the answer to this one. Coffee or tea?
What's that? Oh, coffee or tea? Coffee.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's one or two odd things we probably wouldn't know about you?
I just thought a hula hoop. Is that odd? I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, what else have I got here? I'm a terrible cook.
Probably not as bad as you think.
Not too bad.
Well, this has been so much fun, and I've loved getting to know you a bit and getting to see your beautiful space. And I know that that our community probably has loved it just as much, and will be anxious to find you in more places on the web. So we'll provide the links at the bottom. So thank you for your time and for sharing your heart and your art. And we'll see you real soon.
Thank you, Sue. It was really a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too. Bye, Pop.